वेलकम टू मराठा विद्या प्रसारक समाजास KRT Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, KTHM College, Nasik. Myself Sampar Demse, working as Associate Professor in Department of Electronic Science. Dear students, we saw in previous video lecture the basics of semiconductors, how semiconductors are classified, and again we discuss in previous video lecture intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors. In today's video lecture, the topic PN junction, forward and reverse bias. The content of today's video lecture: PN junction diode, construction, working and IV characteristics, deflection layer, barrier potential of PN junction diode, working in forward and reverse bias conditions, junction capacitance, diode current equation, and effect of temperature on reverse saturation current. So these are the content of today's video lecture. PN junction diode, construction, working and IV characteristics. Let us discuss first construction of PN junction diode. So when a p-type semiconductor is joined to n-type semiconductor such that crystal structure remains constant is called PN junction diode or semiconductor diode. Now this is a p-type semiconductor, and in p-type semiconductors these are the holes and these are acceptor impurities. So this is the p-type semiconductor. So this is the acceptor impurity, and holes are the majority charge carriers in p-type semiconductor. Similarly, in n-type semiconductor the electrons are the majority charge carriers, and this impurity, that is donor impurity. So this is a formation of PN junctions, means this p-type semiconductor and this one is n-type semiconductor. As we know, in p-type semiconductor holes are the charge carriers and having a acceptor type impurity, whereas in n-type semiconductor electrons are the charge carriers and having donor type of impurity. When PN junction is formed, the P region has charge carriers, holes positive, and acceptor impurity, that is the charge ions. N-type region has electrons, that is negative charge, and donor impurity as positive charge ion. When the whole arrangement is electrically neutral. For simplicity, the minority charge carriers are not shown in the figure. So as we know, in n-type holes are the minority charge carrier and p-types electrons are the minority charge carrier, but they are not shown in this figure. Now PN junction diode, immediately after it forms, then how the deflection layer is formed, that we are going to discuss here. So when this is a p-type semiconductor and this is n-type semiconductor, and this is a junction of this n-type and p-type semiconductor. At the junction point, what happens? Now see here, the electrons and holes recombine and forms a deflection layer. So whatever the charge remains here, these are the acceptor impurity materials and these are the donor impurity material. So one side there is a positive charge and another side there is negative charge, and it forms a region we name as a deflection layer. So this positive charge means there will be a positive battery and this negative charge means a negative terminal of that battery. So this forms a voltage, and this voltage is the potential voltage of PN junction. Now after PN junction diode is formed, these are the point we have to remember. Holes from P region diffuse to N region due to different in concentration. Similarly, the free electrons in N region diffuse into P region due to the same region. Some holes and free electrons combines near the junction, as we see in animation. Each recombination eliminates electrons and holes. So here whatever the electrons and whatever the hole, they eliminate. The uncompensated negative acceptor ion in P region do not allow any more free electrons to diffuse from N region. The uncompensated positive donor ions in N region do not allow any more holes to diffuse from P region. So these are the holes and these are the electrons. They are not cross the junctions. So this N, the positive donor ions in N region and negative acceptor ion in P regions are left uncompensated. So the region containing the uncompensated acceptor and donor ions is called as deflection layer, deflection region, because this region is devoid of mobile charges. The difference in potential between N and P regions across the junction makes it difficult for the holes and electrons to move across the junction, and it acts as a barrier and hence called as potential barrier or height of the barriers. The potential barrier for silicon is 0.7 volt and for germanium material it is 0.3 volt. The potential barrier opposes the motion of majority charge carriers. However, a few majority charge carriers with high kinetic energy manage to overcome the barrier and across the junction. So these are the points we have to remember related with PN junction. So let us discuss the forward bias of PN junction. Now in forward bias, P-type semiconductor is connected to positive terminal of battery and N-type semiconductor connected to, this is N-type semiconductor connected to negative terminal of battery. So this forms a PN junction. Okay, so P-type semiconductor connected to positive terminal of battery and N-type semiconductor material connected to negative terminal of battery, that we call as forward bias of PN junction. In forward bias, deflection layer get vanish. So here whatever the deflection layer, so that will be vanish, and these holes and electrons in P-type semiconductor holes recombine with electrons. Okay, when the positive terminal of battery is connected to P-type and negative terminal is connected to N-type, then the PN junction diode is said to be forward bias. Holes in P region are refilled by positive terminal of battery and free electrons are refilled by negative terminal of battery. So some holes and free electrons enter in deflection layer. The potential barrier and the width of deflection layer region is decreased. Therefore, the large number of majority charge carrier diffuse across the junction. Whole current and electronic current are in the same direction and added up. Once across the junction, the holes in N region and the electrons in P region forward bias current due to majority charge carriers and contributes the current. Now the next point is, and thus the current in external circuit is due to motion of electrons and current in P region due to motion of holes. The current in N region is due to movement of electrons. If the applied potential is increases, the potential barrier further decreases. As the result, the large number of majority charge carrier diffuse through the junction and large current flowing through the PN junction. Important point to be remembered for forward bias. The first point is, if in a forward bias PN junction current is flowing due to majority charge carrier holes in P region and electrons in N region, the deflection layer vanish. The resistance offered by PN junction is very less and hence maximum current passing through the PN junction. Now let us see how it works. So this is the P-type semiconductor, N-type semiconductor. These are the electrons as a majority charge carrier and holes are majority charge carrier in P-type semiconductor. At the junction point, so this is the acceptor impurity, this is donor impurity, potential deflection layer forms. Okay. Now as soon as we switch on this battery, then what happens? So as soon as we switch on the battery, the deflection layers will remove and whatever these electrons and these holes recombine at the junction point. Again, if we see, this is the recombination of electrons and holes at the junction, and we'll assume that the current is passing through the PN junction. So deflection layer vanish, and as we increase the battery, then the current is passing through PN junction. So this is the point we have to remember. The characteristics, if we see, this is a IV characteristics of PN junction, current versus voltage. So this is the current and this is voltage. So in forward bias, as soon as we increase the voltage at the above the new voltage, that means voltage at this point, we call it as new voltage, current increases rapidly, voltage remains constant. So this voltage we name as a new voltage, and it is near about for silicon it is 0.7, for germanium it is 0.3. So this is a new voltage. How we define the new voltage? It is the forward voltage at which the current passing through the PN junction rapidly, voltage remains constant. That point, that voltage we name as new voltage, forward voltage of PN junction. So this is the increasing battery voltage, the current is passing through the PN junction. Voltage across PN junction remains constant, only current passing through PN junction increased, and hence this is a increase in current, and that current is always in milliampere, and resistance is offered by PN junction is very less. So these are the points we have to remember in forward bias of PN junction. Next one is reverse bias of PN junction. So in reverse bias, if we see, the P-type semiconductor connected to negative terminal of battery and N-type semiconductor connected to positive terminal of battery. So this formation of a PN junction we call as reverse bias. How we define reverse bias? N-type semiconductor connected to positive terminal of battery and P-type semiconductor connected to negative terminal of battery. It is nothing but the reverse bias. So in reverse bias we were showing here holes are majority charge carriers in P-type and electrons are minority charge carriers in P-type semiconductor. Similarly, in N-type semiconductor, the electrons are the majority charge carriers and holes are minority charge carriers. So as soon as switch on the battery, what happens? You see, whatever the electrons, okay, and holes, they get attract towards the negative terminal of battery and positive terminal of battery. The holes are attracted to negative terminal and electrons are attracted to positive terminal, like this. So these are the positive charge get recombined with this, and whatever the holes here, so they are recombined with negative charge. Now what is left here? The minority charge carriers are left, and minority charge carriers in N-type they are holes, and in P-type semiconductor electrons are the minority charge carriers. Now what happens here? The deflection layer increased. Now how it is? It is like this. This will be increase in deflection layer. Deflection layer increase. When the deflection layer increases, a resistance offered by PN junction increase, and hence less current passing through the PN junction. So as soon as, so whatever these holes, they recombine with electrons, holes and electrons. So due to this recombination, a small current passing through the PN junction. So like this, that is positive to negative, anti-clockwise. So current and voltage are negative in this case. So this is the current passing through, but it is very less in PN junction. Now if we plot the graph, then it will be plotted in third quadrant because current and voltage both are negative. When the negative terminal of battery is connected to P-type semiconductor and positive connected to N-type, then the PN junction diode set to reverse bias. The holes in P region is attracted by the negative of battery and free electrons are attracted by the positive terminal of battery, and thus the majority charge carrier pull away from the junction. What is left there? The potential barrier and the width of deflection layer increases. So here it is increased. Therefore it becomes more difficult for minority carriers diffuse across the junction. But the potential barrier helps the movement of minority charge carriers. As soon as minority charge carriers are generated, they are swept away from the potential barrier. At the given temperature, the rate of generation of minority carriers is constant. So the resulting current is constant irrespective of applied voltage. For this region, the current in reverse bias, current called as a reverse saturation current in reverse bias. Since the number of minority charge carriers is very small, therefore the current is small and it is order of 10 raised to minus 9, or maybe for silicon diode and 10 raised to minus 6 for germanium diode, that is microampere or nanoampere. The reverse bias PN junction diode has effective capacitance and transition and deflection capacitance. A P and N region acts as a plate of capacitor and the deflection layer acts as a dielectric. So this concept we are going to discuss in next video lecture, that is formation of capacitance in PN junction diode. Important points to be remembered. In reverse bias of PN junction, current is flowing due to minority charge carrier. This point you have to remember. Electrons in P region and holes are in N region. So whatever the current passing through PN junction, it is due to minority charge carriers. Deflection layer increases. A resistance offered by PN junction is very high, and hence a small current, microampere current passing through PN junction. So this is the let us discuss the characteristics of PN junction, that is forward bias and reverse bias. So this is the forward bias characteristics. It is plotted in first quadrant in Cartesian coordinate. So this is the forward bias characteristics of PN junction. So here the current passing through PN junction is always in milliampere. Above the new voltage, the current passing through PN junction increases rapidly, whereas voltage remains constant. So the current passing through this PN junction is in milliampere. Both voltage and current are positive, so it is plotted in first quadrant. Now in reverse bias, it is voltage and current both are negative. So here negative voltage, negative current. So graph will be like this. So as we increase the voltage, current increases like this, not constant, but if you see whatever the constant current we are getting here, so that we call as a breakdown voltage or reverse voltage of PN junction. So this current is always in a microampere, very less current passing through a PN junction. So this is the characteristics of PN junction in forward bias, and it is in reverse bias. Reverse bias characteristics we always plotted in third quadrant because current and voltage both are negative. Now important point to be remembered, basic definition, new voltage or cut in voltage, it is the forward voltage at which diode start conducting. Okay, that is a new voltage. Breakdown voltage, it is the reverse voltage at which a diode or PN junction breaks down with certain rise in reverse current. A peak inverse voltage, it is the maximum reverse voltage that can be applied to PN junction without causing damage to the PN junction. So how much reverse voltage we can apply, still that PN junction not damage. That voltage we name as peak inverse voltage. If the reverse voltage across PN junction exceeds a peak inverse voltage, then the junction exceed its peak inverse voltage, then the junction get destroyed because of expensive heat. If rectification, one thing to be kept in mind is that care should be taken that reverse voltage across the diode during the negative half cycle of AC does not exceed the peak inverse voltage of a diode. So in rectification we are going to discuss how this peak inverse voltage generated. A maximum power forward current, it is the maximum instantaneous forward current that PN junction cannot conduct without damaging the junction. If the forward current is more than a specified rating, then the junction gets destroyed due to overheating. The maximum power rating, it is the maximum power that can be dissipated at the junction without damaging it. The power dissipated across the junction is equal to the product of current, junction current and the voltage across the junction. So that P always equal to power always equal to current into voltage. So these are the basic definition related with PN junction. So thank you students. I hope you may understand this topic clearly. If you have any queries, please contact on my mail ID sampardemse57@gmail.com, WhatsApp number 9860 389302. Thank you.